Hello, hello, and welcome back for more dodging clowns to the left of me and jokers to the right, stuck in the middle of another large UFO with you in Perfidious Beat plays XCOM, The Long War. And I'm trying to make sense of it all, but I'm not sure that it makes sense at all. And not just because that's unbelievably lazy songwriting on the part of Steeler's Wheels to rhyme all with all, but because the opposition the team has encountered so far on this mission has been fairly ridiculous. The aliens have really stepped up their game on this one. They threw one pod of double mechtoid, triple muton elite, and ethereals at us coming into the fray, and then piled a nice pod collapse move on top of that, in addition to the cyberdisk drone pod that we eradicated to start the mission. It's been overwhelming in alien defense. I'm beginning to think that this is actually an ambush mission, maybe. And on top of all of that, the team's luck has been just all over the place. Simone de Beauvoir has survived what should have been absolutely certain death. Without a question, she should be dead. And Abraham Lincoln and Eleanor Roosevelt have both missed multiple shots that even J. Robert Oppenheimer probably could have connected with, and let's face it, J. Robert is about as useless as tits on a boar. It's right storm of shit, and we're right in the middle of it without an umbrella, so I really suppose the only thing we can do is hunch our shoulders, curse the fact that we left our umbrella at home, and just be prepared for a hideous dry cleaning bill, because the shitstorm stains, they're stubborn and they don't want to scrub out. Also, we should really probably hope that things on this mission don't necessarily end for us the way that they end for Steeler's Wheels, which is to say, with a slow, quiet fade into obscurity. Although now that I think about it, a slow, quiet fade into obscurity might not necessarily be a bad thing for an XCOM trooper. I mean, what's their other option? Die in a gigantic blaze of glory? I mean, sure, it's got the glory, but there's still the dying in a blaze part that's bad. And we need to investigate. Now, we did have an audio clue from over in this region, which leads me to suspect that there is a pod of exalt in this room. So what I'm going to do is take Simone de Beauvoir. She's going to come back here, do a little button hook, go up and around and peek in this room, just to make sure it's clear, and the team is not going anywhere from our little fortress of safety here until Simone has had a chance to verify that it is in fact safe. I don't expect there to be any enemies as we make this run, but I can't afford, with the opposition we've faced so far, who the hell knows what we're going to find. There's more mutons somewhere. I'm going to guess probably berserkers. It seems unlikely there would be more gun-based mutons on this map since we've already killed 3 elites. I'm guessing probably a pod of regular berserkers or a pod of berserkers and then probably regular mutons in support. And I know it's suboptimal to put a sniper on Overwatch, but really all I'm interested in doing with these first couple opening turns is getting a look inside this room. Okay, so there's our exalt. They could be like right up in this area, and if they are, I want to peek in this room before I go forward. I don't want to come up this ramp and just stumble onto them. So let's have Simone de Beauvoir come over here. She's going to open this door. Anything, Simone? Anything? Anything at all? No. We're going to put Simone on Overwatch, and the rest of the team is going to Overwatch as well. And they're going to watch Simone's ass for her to keep her safe. And yes, I meant both figuratively and literally watch her ass. One, some of our troopers are male, and Simone has quite a shapely derriere. There's nothing wrong with enjoying that. It's like looking at a pretty painting. And two, I mean, literally, they are also going to, in addition to watching her butt, they're going to, figuratively watch her ass, and that they're going to do whatever they can to try and keep her safe as we force her to do ridiculously dangerous things, like run into this room, which it turns out is empty. Well, I was not expecting an empty room, so I suppose they could be at the top of the ramp. All right, let's start bringing the rest of the team forward, because if they are at the top of the ramp, I'm going to want a little fire support. So, Marie Curie, let's get you up here. Mustache, let's get you... Well, it's going to be no cover. Put you over here. We'll just start bringing the rest of the team forward. Jesus, you can be over there as well. Van Dorn, there's this unoccupiable corner, I guess, for you to occupy, and that just leaves Matahari, who we're going to have... This is half cover. There are no enemies spawned. I don't really expect any incoming fire this turn, so half cover is acceptable. Curie, let's get you a little closer to the action. In the event that there are guys up there, I wouldn't mind having you be able to lob a grenade up. Roosevelt, you and Lincoln are going to stay put and do what you're doing, which is just stay on Overwatch. So, are exalts over in that direction? I guess we'll need to... They've got to be down in the middle, like over here then. They've got to be like right in this region. I hear mutons as well. My guess is the mutons are gonna... There's gonna be a pod right up in this area, because there always is. But the exalt... the exalt noise says they're over in this direction. Let's come up here and open this door and see if we can get eyes on them. Yes? No? No. I'm beginning to doubt the veracity of this particular activation. There's nothing. So maybe they're... Well, I suppose they could be, like, over in this region. Sometimes there is a pod spawn. Alright, well, let's operate on that assumption then. I guess we're basically hunting exalt at this point. I've had pretty good luck in my exalt hunts. Exalts are one of the few things I've been able to reliably kill, so...
Already there.
When it comes in pursuit of a slam dunk, Perfidious Pete is always there to take the easy win, baby. If it comes down to farming the easy victories, that's right up my alley. So let's go find us some exalt troopers and make them be dead.
Moving out.
And since we have no active pods, I'm gonna be really aggressive with my movement here. I'm coming at it full force.
Loud and clear, Commander.
We're gonna be brazen. Now, going onto the ship does somewhat inhibit the unity, or the utility rather, of Van Dorn. Also his team unity, because he's gonna be really far away from everyone else. We could put him behind this tree and maybe he could pop some shots across. Being up in this ship was what I was concerned about, though, when we brought him on the mission. Was worried about his utility in this exact situation. Not Eleanor. First moves go to Simone de Beauvoir exclusively because we don't know if enemies are on Overwatch or not. Or if they have itchy... There is still nothing, huh? So they've got to be, like, right here, then. We don't know if there are enemies still on the map or if those enemies have itchy trigger tentacle, which, if they're robotic, is a possibility. Considering we're pursuing exalt, itchy trigger tentacle seems like probably not much of an issue. These guys have got to be, like, right up here, then? Unless they've just teleported away, which... The off-screen unit movement in XCOM is beyond mystery. It is a complete and total unfathomable equation. Enemies literally teleport across the maps, and they don't necessarily always even teleport as a group. Sometimes, like, one chunk of them will teleport to one spot, another chunk will teleport to another spot, and then when they're activated, they magically merge together through some fucking arcane sorcery that not even Merlin the Magician could goddamn unravel. Personally, I think it's the mystery of sloppy code. That's the only fucking sorcery at work there, is just bad code. They've got to be around this corner. There is almost nowhere else on this map that an enemy pod can spawn that would produce an audio clue from that location. So they've got to be around that corner. We're going to set up under the assumption that they are. So Simone over here, Overwatch. And basically at this point, everybody's just trying to play catch up. Van Dorn, buddy, you are going to be not... You know what we could do with Van Dorn? We could put him up on the roof.
Location confirmed.
Let's do that. Let's get Van Dorn up on the roof. Lincoln, you're going to stay put right where the hell you're at. Until the rest of the team catches up, you're not going anywhere. Kiri, let's get you over here. I don't expect this team of guys to run around the corner. From the looks of things, they're completely immobile. They haven't shown any inclination to move whatsoever. The audio clue has been from basically the same direction every single time.
Orders confirmed. On the move.
Jesus, let's get you up here then. Yep.
Roger, we'll call.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, for following basic commands.
Time to motor.
Eleanor Roosevelt's on Overwatch as well. Ideally, I'd like to have our team just run around this corner, find the pod standing right there in the open, and just shotgun them into holy living fucking bloody chunklets, but I don't necessarily expect that to be the way that this goes down. Simone de Beauvoir goes to the top of the ramp of safety, spies nothing, so we're going to bring her to here. I actually don't want her to look around this corner until we have a chance to get our units in a full assault position.
Heading to that location.
This should be safe for Abraham Lincoln. Again, he can't see around the corner, but that puts him as close as possible to the action. Matahari is the next unit to move. Well, we can go ahead and get Eleanor Roosevelt. Eleanor, get out of the way. You're up here. Full frontal assault. I'd check out a full frontal of Eleanor Roosevelt. Yeah, she was a sexy matron. Yeah. Those dowdy dresses, big hats. Turns my crank, baby. Turns my... Not really. There was nothing at all in any way sort of even not overtly or overtly sexual about Eleanor Roosevelt. She was like as asexual and frumpy a dowd as one could imagine. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm not judging Eleanor Roosevelt. I'm just saying. Let's face it. She wasn't exactly a fashion model. or, you know, strikingly attractive or anything like that. She was sort of your basic, no-nonsense, garden variety lady. And that's fine. But, you know, it's not exactly inducing me to go, man, I'd really like to bone Eleanor Roosevelt. It's more like, man, I'd really like to go to a tea or other White House function thrown by Eleanor Roosevelt. I bet she really knows how to put on a good event. So here's our exalt. That's a remarkably large pod. On the plus side for us, they're in terrible position. So, how do we want to handle this? I think we should take advantage of ramps of safety wherever possible. And also of potentially a Marie Curie devastation grenade, because she could whip a good one.
Got it covered.
She's going to be in questionable cover when we do this, but hopefully her questionable cover will be not really that big of an issue, because most of this squadron of guys here will be dead or in no cover. If we can eliminate their cover, we're going to just wreck them, because we can go in the zone on them if we kill them with good old Simone de Beauvoir, who does have in the zone. Alright, so Abraham Lincoln, we bring you to here. You're gonna have to use both of your shots to kill this guy, because for whatever reason he has 8 trillion health. That's okay, though. This is a hit-and-run shot. So shot 1 connects, activates hit and run. Second flank shot. This guy's dead. Bully. Although you're not Teddy Bully Roosevelt, so I really should probably try and use the appropriate catchphrase, I suppose. Eleanor Roosevelt. What to do with you? There is a guy right there that I did not see. That is suboptimal, admittedly. Do we have anybody who can help out with that? The answer is no. So Simone de Beauvoir could shoot him in the top of the skull. She could also just move. That guy is flanked. We're not. 38% is not good enough. We're probably not going to get the hit here. I'm actually a little nonplussed with the way that panned out. I was hoping for much, much better performance. Now we got a bunch of guys who are in half cover in a not particularly strong defensive position. This is not good for us. Okay, Van Dorn, can you get up there? Well, you can probably stay out of line of sight by running along the edge of this roof. It's not going to get you a shot next turn, but if this engagement has to go a full 3 turns, eventually you might get a poke at somebody. Let's get you, Mustache, you're in much the same situation, although maybe next turn you could theoretically get a shot. I think we move here. We're going to have to trust on the distortion fields to keep us safe on this one. I was hoping to take Eleanor Roosevelt forward and maybe do some wacky close-range shenanigans, but I don't think wacky close-range shenanigans are going to have benefits for Eleanor Roosevelt. So we're going to run and gun here.
On the move.
We're going to bring Eleanor down to here, and this gives us 2 benefits. 1, we should have a reasonable shot at that guy, 81%, respectable chance to get a kill. 2, gives us a position to flank so that next turn Eleanor can go up and deliver some hit-and-run damage for us. Jesus, I'm going to... Alright, you know what? We need a smoke grenade from Jesus. It's his last one. These guys are in bad. No, we got to do it. These guys are in a bad spot. We don't have better cover to take advantage of. We need every advantage we can get, and that means smoke and distortion field. Smoke and distortion probably won't save us. Alright, so Matahari, get to the corner. Matahari can see 2 people from there, huh? Well, good. She can shoot at him next turn. She's in full cover. She can shoot at him. That guy's gonna first instinct is to move since he's flying. Good. Overwatch, what are you doing? Running away? No. Running forward. I'm going on Overwatch. You're running to the back of that log, and I'm guessing gonna go on Overwatch. And I'm guessing you're gonna fall back to that log and also go on Overwatch. And the only person then who is a mystery is the guy that was down there that we couldn't see. So you can only see one person. You got double 49% chances with a rapid fire on a wounded guy. And Matahari racks her first kill. Marie Curie, we don't want to move with you yet. Simone de Beauvoir, we do want you to move. Is there any cover down here once you've pulled this Overwatch? Not really. So let's move you to here so that you can run back. Here comes the Overwatch shots. Lightning reflexes working to keep Gil Simon de Beauvoir safe. I'm guessing we're going to get another one. Yeah, this may hit. Oh, still lucky. Okay. Good. I'm guessing there's still one more Overwatch shot from this guy who's down at the bottom of the ramp. Yep, there is in fact. This was a ridiculously dangerous Overwatch run, and that one did hit. I think. No, it didn't hit. Or it did and it went all armor? That might actually have hit. I can't tell. Alright, well, Marie Curie could whip another grenade and destroy everyone's cover. It's on the menu. Let's say it's not our A choice, but it is a choice that's on the menu. Let's avoid it if we can. But it is on the menu. Instead, we take this flank shot.
He's down.
Hit and run activates. Let's take a look at what our other shots are. A 66%, 81%. I'm not really interested in that shot. You know what? This is probably the most useful shot we could hit. Alright, so we took the gamble shot. It didn't pay out. That's okay, though. We've got options. Marie Curie has a shot. Van Dorn is going to contribute literally nothing to this engagement.
Heading to that location.
Can't even see anyone. I don't think Clemens is going to be able to get a shot either.
Copy that.
Well, he can see a guy. You know what? 89%? Go ahead and take it. Well, it would have been better if you had killed him, but it is what it is. Marie Curie can absolutely guarantee herself a suppression kill, so let's do that. No point mucking around with that one and taking any kind of risk. Now, Van Dorn could give an order to Clemens, but I would prefer to not have to use our command move for that. If at all possible, I would prefer to not. So Eleanor Roosevelt, we're not going to be able to kill that guy. We took our one shot at killing him and it didn't come up for us. That means Eleanor Roosevelt needs to kill this guy, but we also need to be in cover when we do it. Is there a position where we can be in cover and have a shot at that guy? That is not cover. We can do it from here. It's just going to be a real bad shot. This is very long range for a shotgun. 75%. Oh, Eleanor Roosevelt does not disappoint. She daren't disappoint. She simply daren't do it. I'm sorry about my recent discourteous to you, Eleanor Roosevelt. I should consider what I'm about to say before I open my trenchant mouth more frequently. I called you a dowd and a frump, and you know what? I didn't mean it, Eleanor Roosevelt. You could have been a sexual dynamo for all I know. You could have been like the greatest, most fearsome beast to ever apply vagina to penis or vagina to vagina. Honestly, I don't know how you rolled. I was not your contemporary. I'm making assumptions, and I probably shouldn't do that. I have to command him. I don't want to take this move, but it's the only move that's going to work. I can't let that guy just sit there and shoot at a man standing in the open. He's going to fall back, which is fine, but he wouldn't have fallen back if he'd had a shot here at old Samuel Clemens. He would have taken a poke at Mark Twain. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'd probably taken a poke at Mark Twain myself. He was both somewhat handsome cat and also, by all reports, a relatively congenial and delightful fellow to be around. So, you know, I'd have probably taken a poke at him too. I want this guy dead before he fucking clever girls me into another pod. So if you could be dead, then yeah, that'd be real good. I'm glad that you're dead.
Rock and roll.
So we're gonna reload, and since we've basically shifted the battlefield to the other side, I don't see any particularly compelling reason to not stay over here. So let's try and set up a little bit of a fortress right in this area, shall we say? Once we're fortressed up here, we'll see if we can get our command pod popped, because we can usually have a command pod like right back in here or in this room. If we could set up in this cover and pull them out and fight the command pod sort of piecemeal, as we've been doing lately with these large UFOs, which is largely... Large UFOs, we're largely doing it because everything is big now suddenly. Anyway, what we've been doing is sort of going with a little poke in, poke out method, and it's been working really good. We just go in, say hi to the aliens, invite them to come outside and die, and then they come outside and die having, you know, accepted our invitation. I don't expect there to be any aliens over here. We have had no audio clues that indicate there's anything other than the exalt pod we just killed over in this region. We have no indications that there's anything else. We know for a certainty that there's a pod of mutons and at least one other pod of something quiet. So it could be seekers, could be outsiders. If I were a gambling man, and I am, I would gamble that it's probably outsiders and that the command pod is going to consist of like 6 uber outsiders. Because except for the exalt pod, this mission has so far been pretty fucking overwhelming with the resistance. We found and fought a lot of really, really tough pods. Nobody's going anywhere until we've had a chance to scope things out with old Simone de Beauvoir, who is where? Simone, where are you? You are... I was going to say in the back, right where a good scout should be, but you're more towards the middle, I suppose. Jesus, let's get you up
On the
here.
move.
Matahari likewise. My plan is to set up a firing little... I'm gonna fortress up. The fortress method really is the only thing that works. I still don't like playing this way. It still kind of makes me feel like a scumbag. But with the ridiculous Mary Sue bullshit that Build 15 has going on with the aliens, there really is no other viable way to play. The mod only punishes aggression. Every time you take an aggressive move, you get punished for it. And eventually, it's a Pavlovian response. It just kicks in. You punish me and kick me enough times for doing something, I'm gonna fucking stop doing it. I'm just going to. I can't not. At this point, I've just been conditioned to Overwatch creep. Slap enough meat powder on my tongue, I can't help but drool. What can I say? I'm a sucker for meat powder. So we have 3 pods at least. 2 of which contain sectoids. And then 1 that's mutons. So the sectoid pod could be maybe a command pod. Where is Simone de Beauvoir? Simone, I want you... This is actually kind of risky. Let's do single double. If this doesn't spawn anything, we'll move her up here behind this tree. Because sometimes there is a pod right down here in this little flat. You know what? On a single move, I'm actually... I'm uncomfortable even advancing to there. I don't really want Jesus there either. Alright, we're going to slow play this one. We'll take another turn. It's fine. Lincoln, you can easily advance to there. I do like taking advantage of these little corner boxes for the team to... This is also going to be safe. Also, it gets Matahari out of the way so we can move people through there, because I want Marie Curie in a forward position as well. But what I was saying before I interrupted myself, I do like taking advantage of having my assaults lurking in these little sort of death boxes, where they can just like spring out and go, haha, surprise, motherfucker, and then just wreck a dude.
Understood. Moving out.
Jesus, let's get you right here in this corner cover. I mean, I want you a little closer to things in case we need a smoke grenade, but I don't want you to possibly risk spawning a pod. Marie Curie Overwatch is fine. Alright, Roosevelt. This should be safe. We would have, if there was a pod out here, we would have popped it by now. Okay, there is not.
Roger, I've got my eyes on.
Overwatch for Lincoln. Never mind, there's a pod right there. Well, thank you, cameraman, for the tip. I appreciate it. Guys, we're hiding off camera. Alright, so we're not going anywhere even close to forward until we have had a chance to establish a base of fire. So, Van Dorn, let's bring you over here behind this rock, and we're going to have you study your weapon. Looks good. I really want Matahari behind the tree where Eleanor Roosevelt is now. We can probably do that. So, Eleanor, let's have you... And you know what? Don't go forward. Just go to right there. And then Overwatch. Lincoln, why don't you... You know, where's a... I actually think our best bet would be to put the mustache here for a little Overwatch. We'll just leave Lincoln where he's at. If we need Lincoln to come charging around the corner, he can do that with a run and gun. Simone de Beauvoir, you go over here behind this rock. You're on Overwatch. Jesus, you're good right where you're at, probably. Matahari, we're going to bring you up here. You're going to hunker down for now. And that just leaves Marie Curie, who I want close.
Okay.
But not too close. I think it's Overwatch here for Curie. So the pod is right over there, according to the cameraman. There's also a pod...
You hear that?
I'm going to guess that's the command pod, and they're probably in that room where I don't want to be. We do have one battle scanner, but I would prefer to not use it if we don't have to. We could run clear up to that tree. It looks like they're going to... You know, half cover is full cover for Marie Curie. And we could cover her with a smoke grenade if the need arises, and she does have distortion field. And she also didn't spawn a pod, so... I guess everything is safe. Where the heck... Alright, so... How could we have possibly gotten an audio clue from here and not... And how could we not see that pod? If there was actually a pod there, unless it fucking teleported, we should be able to shoot at it right now. That's okay, though. Plan Fortress continues. If a game wants to play this way, that's fine. We'll let it play this way. Plan Fortress continues. We just keep setting up the fortress. If this is how they want to do it, I'll take advantage. I'm going to double up on my fortress abilities. Steady the weapon for Van Dorn. That means this whole area is clear, and we can take advantage of these little underlips. Honestly, I think we might be best if we put the mustache right here. Now, because if those guys come out of that room, the mustache is going to be flanked. That's actually objectively a bad idea. We definitely want Abraham Lincoln in this little corner hole, though. We're gonna put him in the corner pocket like a good 9-ball. We're just gonna pocket him right there. Jesus, honestly, buddy, I think you're probably right where you need to be.
Scanning.
Marie Curie, I sort of want you over here in the corner pocket as well for
Heading there
grenade
now.
action. Marie Curie does only have 1 grenade left, though, and that's worthwhile consideration
Location
to keep
confirmed.
in mind. With only a single grenade, being really aggressive with Marie Curie is maybe a bad idea, because once that grenade is expended, she's sort of thrown her last punch. The only other thing she's got is a freaking Gauss carbine.
Rolling.
So it's Overwatch there. I also still hear those mutons.
Position confirmed.
Overwatch for Lincoln. We're going to bring him over here. I think we will keep Curie in this front corner because we might need the grenade. Theoretically, we may have to blow this wall up.
Okay,
If I don't want to send somebody up to open that door, and I kind of don't,
I'm on it.
we might need to explode that wall. Van Dorn, you steady your weapon. I really don't like this corner tree because I know Samuel Clemens is going to have his field of fire vastly inhibited by its presence. This is better, but contains the risk of spawn. You know what? If it spawns a pod, he's in corner full cover. We're not going to do much better. Okay, it did not. I didn't expect it to, but there was always the outside chance. So Simone de Beauvoir, what's the most, or rather the least stupefying path you could take to this door? If we go up this ramp, I feel fairly certain that that's going to spawn a pod. Let's get Jesus over here on Overwatch. And Matahari, you're also on Overwatch. I have very strong suspicions that running up this ramp is going to spawn a pod, but we know there is something in this room. We don't necessarily know there's anything back there. So, Simone, I know I keep asking a lot of you. It did not spawn a pod. Good. All right, get over here. We're going to take 2 more turns then. Next turn we step up. I want her to have her full movement allowance once the door opens. God, this is so dull. This is so dull and grindy. Build 15, why have you conditioned me to behave like an asshole? I don't appreciate it. You've conditioned me to play like a slow, dull-ass Overwatch creeper, and I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it at all. Honestly, I think we're good. So, Overwatch. Marie Curie, you're staying right where you're at. The only other thing I might change here is I think I will take one of my assaults up to the door, just in case they've got some gimme shots they could take. So, Wolverine.
Let's do this.
This should be safe. If we could take a hit and run shot and then jump down and maybe go on Overwatch or something, that'd be alright. Let's get Lincoln up there too. If we're gonna do this, we might as well do it right. And then Jesus, just Overwatch is fine. So there's definitely something in this room.
Vous avez rien entendu?
Alright, Simone, scout it up. What's in here? Well, it ain't... Okay, so that's a pod. What is with these double mechtoid bullshittery that they've got going on here? I am not a fucking fan of this bullshit. Back-to-back mechtoids? That's kind of horseshit. So Simone de Beauvoir has got to take the move to get us away from the mechtoids. Can anybody... Well, alright, Matahari has a shot here. I think it's at an outsider, but you know what? Do I want to take that, or would I rather hold off? Van Dorn, what can you see? Same guy, huh? I would rather have you on backup. Can anybody else see that dude? Does anybody else have a shot at all? Just our assaults. That's not good. Alright, so Simone... I hate doing this to you, but it's got to be done. The only lightning reflexes we've got on the menu is you. Don't get shot. Okay, good. They actually destroyed cover as well. The mechtoid fire destroyed a bunch of cover. That may open up some lanes of fire for us. That could, all things considered, turn out to be a very positive outcome. This guy's not in cover. Eleanor Roosevelt could just shoot him and run away. You know what would be a fantastic thing, mod makers? If for some way you could add a functionality that indicates when a hit and run shot is going, when a shot is going to activate hit and run, whether or not it's going to activate before you take it. It seems like a very small thing to ask for, and something that should not be overwhelmingly difficult to code, and yet something that would be amazingly, fantastically useful as well. This did open up shot. Oh, this gave us shots at a mechtoid piece of garbage. Well, we're taking this then while his shield is down. The enemy's gate is down. We're going to take these shots. Van Dorn, open up on that guy. We got the double tap. We're going to take it. It's not going to kill him. It got damn close, though. It got temptingly, stupidly close. Well, Simone de Beauvoir just has to go. She can't do anything. She can't defend herself. Her day is done. But if Eleanor Roosevelt has a shot at that mech, she does, but it's 57%. I mean, it would almost guarantee to activate hit and run. That guy is in the open. Because mechtoids can't take cover. Is it worth it? You know what? No, it's not worth it. It's absolutely not worth it.
Heading to that location.
We want the overwatch for the outsiders when they jump down. If we take that shot, we can't also get the overwatch. So you know what? No.
I'm rolling.
Now is not the time. Now is not the time. We're going to be hard-pressed when this pod comes hard charging out the door, though.
Putting of it.
Rikiri, you're on Overwatch. Mustache, also Overwatch. They're going to shield up those mechtoids, and they're going to send them both charging out. We're going to have a hard time dealing with two of them in one turn, especially if they send an outsider out as well. I'm less worried about the sectoid commanders. All right, well, that guy is not going to stand there and do anything. He is flanked. Okay. Not sure why the cameraman is so enthused by the presence of Samuel Clemens, but clearly it's really liking the mustache. 94% miss, huh, Clemens? You know what? Based on the fact that you missed that shot, I'm not entirely sure you will get him next time. I'm going to take the more trustworthy Matahari and I guess let her miss too.
Miss the target.
Guys, I'm a little disappointed here. In everyone. Everyone. This guy is not in cover. All right, Simone. Pop out. Okay, well, this is bad. She got hit through lightning reflexes. Son of a bitch. Well, these guys are going to jump down and shred us. So, yeah, we're in a real bad spot then. The miss from Samuel Clemens did no one any good. No one at all. No one. So we could try and take advantage of a ramp of safety and a grenade toss with Marie Radium Curie, and I don't think she can throw one that far. In fact, I'm almost positive she can't. But there is potentially another solution to our woes, which is to do this. We throw the heat warhead grenade up here. It's our last one. Okay, that's something. Van Dorn should then be able to kill that piece of trash with his last bullet. He's done. So Van Dorn brings down the mechtoid. That's good. That leaves us one shielded mechtoid who we don't really have any kind of answer for whatsoever at all. Eleanor Roosevelt, she goes on Overwatch. Lincoln has to go on Overwatch. And Simone de Beauvoir has to run like hell. I'm real salty about the fact that she got hit through Overwatch, but we have had her run a lot of Overwatch this game, so you know what? In all honesty, she was probably due to get hit. She was probably due. Let's see what the mechtoid's gonna... Is he gonna jump down? Well, we got the shot here. We got the hit. His shield is down. I still don't think we've got enough soup to kill him. Eleanor Roosevelt with a 76%. Hits and shreds, but still no kill. Oh, somebody's getting shot by a mechtoid. This is real bad. Mark Twain keeps chipping away. He's doing a good job with the chipping, but it's not going to be enough. Why did you not shoot? Why did you not shoot? Oh, Marie Curie is fucked. Okay, no, the Titan armor took most of the blow. It's okay. The Titan armor took the worst of it. I think the Titan armor took the worst of it. Did it not? The Titan armor actually took all of it. But man, are we in a bad... We're in a bad way. Don't Overwatch, Lincoln. What the hell is wrong with you? I actually don't want Lincoln to really shoot if he doesn't have to. So Clemens, you're going to reload. I think you're going to go in Overwatch. Matahari, double 89s. Please kill this guy. Please kill him for me. I need him dead. You're the only trustworthy person on the planet, Matahari. I mean, I know you were a spy, and probably trusting you is maybe objectively a terrible idea. But at this point, you're literally the only person I trust, Matahari. The only one. You're it.
On the move.
I only trust you. You're all that I trust. So we have one medkit charge left. Is it better to heal the badly wounded Abraham Lincoln, the badly wounded Simone de Beauvoir, or save that charge for potentially stabilizing someone who is critically wounded? I can't imagine the enemy is going to get any more ridiculous bullshit pods like this. I mean, this has got to be their last fucking hurrah.
En observation.
So let's heal Abraham Lincoln. Also, if anybody's gonna get shot, it's likely to be Abraham Lincoln, simply because I'll do something stupid like get aggressive with a run and gun and put him into some Overwatch.
Reload complete.
And Dorn, you reload, and I want you to study your weapon. We know there's still enemies in there.
Got it covered.
None of them can see us, which is gonna encourage them to try and come out. Eleanor Roosevelt, I want you
Commander.
over here instead and on Overwatch.
I feel
Anybody
Commander.
drops down over that lip, I want you shooting them in the fucking face. Okay, so there's a sectoid commander up there who has taken cover behind a meld canister. We can see him. We have shot. No. Matahari, 24%. Well, that guy's stupefyingly difficult to hit. Van Dorn, what can you do? 57% is considerably better. If we could somehow destroy his cover, I would much prefer our chances, but we're out of grenades. Also, I don't really relish the thought of running up there, so let's do this. I'm gonna go with Simone de Beauvoir and go for the hollow. That's really all I wanted was the hollow target. Clemens, if we could get anything out of you, that would be handy, but we need you on Overwatch to cover us.
I'm on
Roosevelt, let's get you over here. And as much as I would love to have you reload, I also need you on Overwatch. Marie Curie could come up and take a shot, but
Copy that.
this is so risky. Okay, no Overwatch, good. Give me the suppression, give me the 2 free damage.
I command.
Give that little bastard a penalty to hit, and disincline him to move if you could. Now, Van Dorn, 67% is pretty good. We need this one, Van Dorn. We really need it. Well, you got it to me, but the 4 damage, I have to admit, is not necessarily what I was expecting out of you. We're going to take the double tap shot at 47%, which missed.
Target remains.
No one is surprised by that, really. Lincoln, we got to get you over here where you can maybe help next turn. Matahari is going to take... Honestly, I'm tempted to suppress him for the 2 free damage. Double 34s. We could go with a single 49. You know what? If a single shot hits, it's be enough to kill him. We're going to gamble. We'll take the coin flip. We didn't get it, but we did destroy his cover, I suppose. So that's something.
Understood, sir.
Jesus, you're on Overwatch.
Commander.
We got his cover. That's something. Cover destroyed is good. If we've destroyed his cover, I mean, that's... He has a friend, which is terrible. We also missed some gimme Overwatch right there with a suppression from a guy running away who had no cover. That was a terrible shot, Marie Curie. I mean, that was laughably bad. Comes a little bit of Overwatch from our Overwatch Master. Even the Overwatch Master misses, so these sectoids proving themselves to be extremely difficult to hit. And they have friends. Fantastic. Oh, goody. There's a thin man in that pod. Well, if you had shot at the thin man, I think I might have been a little happier there, Mustache. Oh, God. Oh, we're in deep shit. So we have this guy. We hate that guy. That's the man who killed Niccolo Machiavelli. That's the guy right there. Have no doubt, this is the man who killed Machiavelli. He's one of those exact same... Yeah, he's gonna have every fucking ability in the universe. Every ability. Squad sight. He has aggression. He has tactical sense. He has execution or rapid reaction. Sprinter. Tactical sense. Lightning reflexes. Adaptive bone marrow. And you know, because this isn't enough here. He also has bombard, leap, acid spit, combined arms, and fucking sharpshooter. So, you know, I mean, literally, he has every ability. Just, he has all of them. It's such horseshit. Double 49s is bad. It's probably the best we're gonna do. I would rather not kill one of these Seekers if we could take this guy out. That guy, just by coming onto the table, has become the overwhelming and immediate threat. He is the most dangerous thing on the menu. He has to die. We can't not kill him. Lincoln, I don't suppose you could... you can't flank shot him unless you run and gun, and that's objectively suicidal with those sectoids in there. Simone de Beauvoir. Alright, so we gotta start things with this. We're gonna need every bonus to hit this guy we can get because he's otherwise fucking unhittable. So Matahari then takes double 59s. We need some hits here, guys. We really need a lot of connects. A grenade to destroy his cover would have been superlative, but even with putting 17 damage into him already, I still don't like our chances to kill him. 82% from Van Dorn. Come on, Van Dorn. Come on, baby. Come on.
Shot failed to connect.
Yeah, I'm a little salty about the failure as well, Van Dorn. You had to... Okay. Samuel Clemens, thank you for being the hero that we need. If not the hero we deserve, you are definitely the hero that we need. I'm pretty sure you're going to go on Overwatch. Eleanor Roosevelt is in a frankly bad spot. And there's not really much we can do to help improve her situation either, which is unfortunate. Marie Curie also has to move. The problem is there just isn't anywhere really safe to put her. We can bring her over here. I guess we just have Curie reload. Marie Curie has largely spent her load, blown her load, shot her wad. Basically what I'm trying to say is she is mostly done. With her grenade reserve empty, there's really not a lot she has to offer at this point.
On Overwatch.
Jesus, you've been...
On it.
not really helpful. I mean, they say Jesus saves and all, and not sure I'm buying it. Okay, well, my criticism of you, if it inspired that performance, take it back. We're gonna take the Sentinel Overwatch here, because I'd rather have 2 Overwatch shots at these guys than I would my single other entitled shot. They're stealthing up. Honestly, I don't care about the stealth. I really don't. I would rather have them strangling people than shooting at them. I absolutely, objectively would rather have them going for strangles than actual shots. Yeah, the miss is not good. He's shooting at you, so I mean, you got nobody to blame but yourself if you get shot here. This is your fault. All things considered, that turn could have come out much, much worse. Van Dorn's going to reload, and he's going to steady his weapon. Lemons, you're going to take a shot and reload because it's all you can do. Actually, we're going to have you reload, then shoot. If you shoot, it ends your turn. If you reload and then shoot, it doesn't. Actually, you know what? If we can get you on Overwatch, I'd rather do that. Let's see if somebody else can maybe fucking pull their weight here. Like, say, Simone de Beauvoir with a 48% hit. Don't even know why I asked, Simone. You have many fine qualities, Simone, many fine qualities, but let's just say marksmanship is not fucking among those qualities, and Matahari is almost out of ammo. Well, we're gonna take this shot. Even though that was lower percentage, I think objectively it was still the right decision because Marie Curie is still on the table, and if she can get vision on that guy, which she can't, so never mind. I had a plan, but that plan fell completely apart as soon as she refused to do anything. Except put herself in a position where she's probably going to get shot. That's not good. I'm glad I brought you, Marie Curie. That was powerfully useful. Thank you. Well, I suppose we'll run and gun, and I have a very strong feeling that this run and gun is about to be wasted. You know what? I don't think I'm going to have line of sight to that tile, so I'm going to shoot from here instead. Even though it's worse objectively from a defensive situation, I think it's the only tile I'll be able to see this guy from. We also have just a bad shot. Fortunately, Eleanor Roosevelt knows how her weapon actually works. She's the one person.
Move into position.
Lincoln's going to come over here in this corner. He's going to go on Overwatch. We still got a lot of pod left.
Got it covered.
We have what is effectively an unknown number of Seekers. And 2 sectoid commanders, but man, the episode's running a little long.
Got it covered.
Let's see if the sectoid commanders want to come and play. I don't want to chase them because we know without a doubt there is a pod of mutons probably on the other side of this, since there almost always tends to be a pod there, and mutons is the only other activation sound we had. My guess is like right over in this area there's going to be a pod of mutons, and I don't want to get clever girled into them. So if that's what the aliens are going for, if they're trying to clever girl us over there into that pod, I am not going to be clever girled. So we'll just take it. You know what? We'll take a consolidation turn, and if the enemies don't want to come back out and maybe do a little exchange of gunfire here, this may be where we wrap things up, and we'll have to finish this up next time. Overwatch for Jesus. Matahari has got to reload. She completely emptied her heavy weapon. Van Dorn, you steady. And it's Overwatch then for the mustache. Actually, didn't 2 of those Seekers cloak up and never decloak? Well, at least one of them did, but there he is. He's dead, and I don't know who got the kill there. I'm going to credit that one to Samuel the Mustache Clemens much more so than the Overwatching Jesus.
En observation.
Simone's on Overwatch. Jesus, go ahead and reload. That's fine. Matahari is on Overwatch.
Roger that.
Overwatch for Kiri.
Overwatch confirmed.
I actually didn't want you on Overwatch, but at this point I'm going lazy man, because seriously, this is like 46 minutes in, and we still have at least 2 more pods.
What was that sound?
So we have 2 unpopped pods and at least 1 more pod that we didn't fully finish off. I have no idea where that guy came from, but I'm not sad that he's dead.
On Overwatch.
So let's do another round of Overwatch. As soon as we get a first turn where an enemy doesn't reveal himself,
Field commander.
Moving to Overwatch.
we will go ahead and end this episode. It's like 40, yeah, we're running a little long here.
Overwatch, aye, aye.
A quiet pod.
What the hell was that?
There might be 4 pods left. That can't fucking possibly be right. That's way too many bad guys. There can't possibly still be 4 pods left. Well, I mean, I suppose there could be, because Long War is ridiculous, but if that's the case, we're going to find out next time. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. I guess it's going to be a bit of a cliffhanger, whether it was 4 pods or 5. Did I fire 4 pods out of this large UFO, or did I fire 5? What you got to ask yourself is, do you feel lucky? Do you, punk? And the answer to that is I definitively don't feel lucky. And if you want to see me get unlucky, you might also consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of XCOM The Long War every single day. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.